What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Dynasty Pylon. I'm Brian the Grizzly, still guest hosting with Mark over here. We all just holding it down for
third
Mark to get
edition
back.
of the Bears and Commanders show.
Exactly. This is what. Hey, you see, I got my Bears jersey on. You can't see his number 2 because of the DJ Moore. You got to watch the Commanders. So of course, and then we're in Detroit. That's the stadium you're in right now. Yep. Obviously, because that's where the draft is going to take place in Detroit.
24 hours away.
I can't believe that we'll be talking about all this stuff.
Start at 8 tomorrow.
Oh, I'm just happy that we're finally getting past all this crap. Because not that I don't enjoy talking about the draft. The NFL is awesome. But I guess because it's been focused on you and me so much, I'm just tired of it.
Yeah.
I just want to see what happens. I want to see how things fall. I want to know if Michael Penix Jr. is really could be drafted at 12. Are we going to get 5 quarterbacks in the first 12 spots?
Michael Penix Jr. could be drafted at 8.
Dude, what the hell?
That came out today.
I don't understand.
ESPN. I was like, wait, what? Falcons front office really likes Michael Penix.
He's flying up the draft board, and it's interesting.
They said they would even take him 8, but I mean, you got to figure how Cousins would handle. But I don't think he would take it bad per se.
Because I mean, we got 3 years of you, and we need to get the next
guaranteed. Guy.
Yeah,
but as Braden pointed out, dude's already 24. So by the time he takes over, he could be 28.
5 more years left. That's it. He's done. I got Gray Hill here. Roma Dunze or Marvin Harrison Jr. or we riot.
Well, good luck with that. I mean, Roma Dunze is possible.
It depends on how the draft goes. It really does.
I don't know. I saw one mock draft that had Roma Dunze going 6. So,
which I believe too. And I've seen a couple of them going that.
And then I saw you trade out of the 9, and the Colts took Malik Neighbors at 9.
And then we go J.C. Latham. J.C. Latham at 15, which I've seen that too. Here's what it says about Penix. It says, it's been assumed the top 4 quarterbacks are Williams, Daniels, May, and McCarthy. But don't be surprised if Penix enters the discussion come Thursday. Recently, Penix has been benefited as many office assistants coaches have spent time studying University of Washington players, including the Huskies starting offensive tackle and the top 3 wide receivers. Through an analysis, and reporters have not mentioned his name in a high volume over the last month. One GM told me he is the best kept secret in the draft. Teams will be fighting over this guy. Wow. I mean, and don't get me wrong, he was really good in college, all 8 years of it.
No.
No. There's Joe Alt is the gap between Joe Alt and the next tackle is like a chasm.
Yeah. And then after that, you can probably group the next 8 or 9 together.
Because they're all the same.
And that's not to say those 8 and 9 aren't bad. Just Joe Alt.
Exactly. Joe Alt he doesn't get injured. I think he walks in and being a top 10 tackle. Walks into the NFL and be a top 10 tackle. Yeah. That's what we've been talking about. You know, that's amazing. It's amazing if you really think about it. But then I'm here about the Giants.
I know. I'm speaking it into fruition, Brian. How is it every mock draft, anybody talk about the freaking Giants, it's like, oh, they're getting a receiver. It's going to be Malik Neighbors or if Marvin Harrison's there. And then all of a sudden I speak my piece about how Drake May would be a perfect fit there. And now all I'm seeing is Giants on the phones trying to get to 3 or 4 to get Drake May. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me right now?
If the Vikings get up there and Drake May goes, and then the question is, does Minnesota then jump up to try to get JJ? Does JJ still go 5?
Right.
You know? Or do the Chargers what they say? If they stay there, they're looking at Marvin Harrison Jr. or Joe Alt. Joe Alt could go 5, which is pissed off a lot of Tennessee Titans fans.
Could you imagine if the Cardinals trade with the Giants and then still get Marvin Harrison?
Still get Marvin Harrison Jr. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Nuts.
They could get another first-round pick and still get Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah, and they say, oh, going into 2025, 2 first-round picks.
What
you need to give that GM a raise.
Dude, and it's genius because you trade down to 6. There's no one else getting Marvin Harrison Jr. Like if all these trades happen and no one else gets Marvin Harrison Jr., you end up with him and another first round pick. Come on, you want to draft and you have 4 people to draft. You'll still have 6 in the first 2 rounds. Come on, I mean, how can you argue with?
I mean, you could remake your team in 2 seasons. You could be a playoff caliber team
with all blue chippers.
Yeah, that's what and all through the draft, just because you made these moves
and still have money. You can still have money left over. That's nuts. And I feel bad for Daniel Jones. I mean, even if they stick at 6, I still think they might go quarterback or they might go Joel.
Yeah.
You know, and as we talk about the Cardinals, they're moving, but they could go just to 6 and still get the same guy. You know, that's just stupid. Then we got the Chargers. They're all over the place.
Right. We're not trading. We're open for business.
Is Byron Murphy a reach at top 15? No.
Top 15, no. Top 10, maybe.
Yeah, so maybe top 10. I think he is.
For sure, top 10. Just because of the talent that's in the top 10, but top 15, no.
But I will say Ryan Poles has said he believes more in 3 techniques than defensive ends. So he's going to spend draft currency on a defensive guy. It's going to be a 3 technique because he's close to the quarterback. He's faster. He manipulates the defense faster than anyone else. So you have a great 3 technique. It does change everything. So I understand where he's coming from. I don't know if Byron Murphy is that guy. I'm not even sure he's a real 3 technique. Or is he a defensive end in a 3-4 defense?
That is a good one. He probably would be a really good defensive end in a 3-4.
I'm not, is he a 3 technique? Maybe. He could be. Is he strong enough? He should be because he's unbelievably strong. He did the 30 reps of 225. He's been pressing. But I don't know if he's a man playing amongst the boys. I don't know if that press technique when you're just always bull rushing works all the time in the NFL because you're going to meet someone who benches 600 pounds eventually or has leverage like Jason Kelce. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he is this unbelievable 3 technique. I think he's good, but let's see. We got Grant Hill saying, hey, did you guys hear about Hendrickson?
Ooh, yes. I know. I was like, let's go get him.
Yeah.
6th rounder. Let's go.
So, yeah, Hendrickson, who's requested a trade. You know, T. Higgins reiterated that he requested a trade.
Well, I still don't think he's had contact with them since being franchise tag. So,
would you be surprised if he, if all of a sudden during the draft, both of those guys are gone?
No, I think they will probably be draft day trades.
I agree.
I also imagine if the Bills are like, here's a 1st round this year, 1st round next year. Oh, Higgins.
You win. That's winning. Now, all of a sudden, everyone talking about the Bills being at the bottom of the division. You're like, yeah, watch this. The best contested ball catcher in the NFL, the best high point catcher in the NFL falls into your lap.
Right.
Just saying. Crazy.
I'll tell you where he's not going, to his hometown, Tennessee Titans. You don't got room for him now.
Yeah. I mean, come on. Are you surprised by all the moves that Detroit's actually made today?
Or do we have a double blockbuster? What if somehow T. Higgins and Justin Jefferson?
They just can't afford it. That's why T. Higgins can't get his money. They can't afford it already because Joe Burrow's.
Oh, I'm sure if you did that, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are like, pay cuts. Bring the team
he can't
back
because
together.
it hasn't even kicked in yet.
Yeah.
So actually next year when Joe Burrow's contract kicks in, they're supposed to be like $20 million over the cap.
I'm sure they'll hire some Saints accountants. Hey, we need you.
How do we kick this can?
Yeah, you guys are the pros at kicking the can. We need you to come kick this can now.
But only if they actually win. What if they're 4th in their division? They still win 9 games to be 4th in their division. Let's just be honest. in that division, you can win 9 games and be last.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, do you still do that if you don't have anybody?
I mean,
you don't
on
have enough
offense, they'll be
wins.
stacked. I mean, I don't know who's running the ball for them. That'll probably come in the draft, I would assume.
Which means,
yeah, Samaj P. Ryan. Good luck.
I mean, anyone in the draft is not great. But speaking of running backs, who's the number one guy to be traded during the draft?
Number one guy? What do you mean?
The number one guy to be traded for during draft night. But both
like
CBS, CBS is saying that this guy is the number one guy that should be traded during the draft.
Who's that?
Khalil Herbert should be traded during the draft.
Oh, Khalil Herbert, huh?
Mm-hmm. They said there's no more room in Chicago's backfield.
And well, sure, you got Swift and Roschon. So.
Yep, and he averaged 4.3 yards a carry. He doesn't have to be that much of a threat out of the backfield because they got enough weapons everywhere else.
You got Ryan Poles is already hitting you up.
Say, hey,
we'll give you a 7th. All right, here you go.
Well, I was posturing and said that you have to give Khalil Herbert and a 3rd to get to a 2nd. Your 3rd plus Khalil Herbert could possibly get you a 2nd.
Into the 2nd round, yeah.
And then now you have your 1st round picks, and you got a 2nd, and now you have a 4th. You moved up to a 2nd round pick, so now you can get another guy who's a credible, a good draft pick.
But I don't know. With your situation though, Poles is probably more like I'll take a 4th and a 5th because I think you need more quantity than quality.
He doesn't want it though.
Because you only have 4 picks.
Mm-hmm. So what he said yesterday is like, do you think that he needs to trade up? And
how crazy is it that in the first top 10 picks, you'll be like, half my draft is done.
It's 100% true, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He said
$90 million for 2025. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, but it's only like 4 people.
It's fine. They got this. It's gonna happen, and Fredo's gonna have the last laugh because he was talking about that how long ago? And we're like, dude, you're stupid. And then freaking Tyler Eifert out here going, working on this big deal, and I'm like, what the?
Fredo sitting there like looking like the girlfriend from Waterboy.
Yeah, you're here to the ground, apparently. All that stuff.
I don't know, but look at all the Lions. Lions are paying everybody right now, right?
No, not everybody.
Who haven't they paid?
Goff.
Oh, obviously the quarterback.
Yeah,
obviously
not the most important position or anything. And apparently that's not coming. Like that's not imminent. Apparently.
I know that's what's crazy. So like you get
which is hilarious because you have all these big like extensions, and then they
I'm a Ross St. Brown, Penny
Sewell. Like, don't hold your breath.
Not that guy. Do you think
that they like it gets done? I think it still gets done, but
is it possible they like their last year's pick?
Hendon Hooker.
Yeah, Hendon Hooker.
Maybe. Hey, what up, them boys?
Them boys, what's up, man? Let's see. So yeah, Joe Burrow's $93 million comes in.
That's gotta make you feel a little better, though, right? The Lions now have the highest paid tackle and receiver in the NFL,
which is nuts. I can't believe Amon-Ra St. Brown is the highest paid.
Yeah, for right now. We all know Justin Jefferson's going to blow anything out of the water. So
I think he gets $35 million. $35 million.
I think Justin Jefferson's just like licking his chops, like waiting is the play. Let's let these other guys get their extensions because I'm better than all of them.
But isn't that kind of the point?
Yeah.
You know, that's the worry you have for Justin Jefferson. Like, if you trade him to anyone, you better have the money to be able to pay him.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And I'm surprised Minnesota hasn't already tried to trade him, knowing that you got to restart.
Right.
I don't know. That's something we think about.
I can afford him.
Yes, you could. You're probably the only team. You don't need
$100 million going into next year.
You might use all of it though.
No, not for just him. He'd be 35. He'd still have $65 million.
Yeah, you say that, but then you don't know what contracts kick in.
Scary Terry, I think.
So all those extensions that you guys have already put in, those start to kick in after a while. You know, you can push it off a year or two. Like the Eagles are pushing everything off a year or two.
This might be his last year of his extension. He only signed a 3-year. Maybe he has 1 year. Maybe he has 2025 as well.
I think it's 2 years. Yeah, right now.
Yeah, last year might have been his first year.
Yeah, he has. This cap number is $24 million, but he's only guaranteed $18.2. This is only his second year of contract.
This year? So he still has 2025 as well?
Yep.
And then we have to think about extending him again.
$25 million next year. Deron Payne's cap number goes to $26 million next year, so his money kicks in. Jonathan Allen goes to $23 million next year. His stuff, his contract
kicks in. Go up another $30 million, $40 million. It'll be fine.
But that's what I'm saying. So those three, and then you're looking at Andrew Wiley down to $10 million. So like,
I mean, the NFL's gonna pay for Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift to get married, and they're like, "Yeah, this ain't ended. You guys are locked together forever now."
The contract you guys signed a contract too, guys. Like, you really aren't paying anybody next year.
Yeah, it says I got Terry next year.
Yeah, you only have 28 on the active roster, but your number is only $157 million.
I think the Lions want to see Hooker in camp, and if he doesn't look great, then they pay Goff.
That's smart.
I mean, that's not bad play. Commanders are in the top 8 for the next few years for salary cap.
Yes, but once again, it's only with 28 players. It's like you have to sign another half of the team.
Oh no, Brian, your sound's good.
Yeah, IDL.
Oh, there you go. Oh, you muted yourself because you were yelling.
Yeah, IDL.
Well, you were like talking, and then all of a sudden I just see your mouth, and I'm like, oh no. It's multitasking, people. Multitasking.
Exactly. You gotta learn how to be a parent. Multitask. You guys really don't have a lot. I'm surprised, even with your people that you picked up this offseason, that you still don't owe a lot of money.
Who did we pick up? Everyone was like 1-year deals.
It's all 1-year deals. So like all the people you picked up are all gone.
Jeremy Chin, 1-year deal. Frankie Luvo might not.
No, it's a 2-year deal. You still have Luvo.
I'd say he might not have been a 1-year deal. Bobby Wagner, 1-year deal.
1-year deal, yeah.
Reunite that guy with Dan Quinn. Let's go.
I don't know, man. I think
we don't have to worry about linebacker.
Can you imagine if you have Jaden Daniels? If you have Jaden Daniels, you're only paying him $9 million a year. Like, you could really afford everybody. I'm just going to buy a team now. That's interesting. I mean, you guys are going to be a really good team. Speaking of that, so what are your thoughts? What do you think is going to happen during this draft now? So, Bears first, okay, Caleb Williams. You're second. Where are we going?
I mean, I think the safe pick would say Jaden Daniels.
Okay. You go Jaden Daniels. The third pick. I think
this is where you start getting the question marks, because
if you go Jaden Daniels, the Pats trade out.
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked.
I mean, and then did you hear about the Broncos possibly trading back to 23 with the Vikings?
No, Eagles.
I thought they were going to trade to the Eagles, and the Eagles come up? Okay. So the Eagles come
up to 12 to get a corner. And then Armstead?
Armstead?
No, not Armstead.
There's another.
Oh my god, he's like the top guy. Armin something.
I know you're talking about.
Out of the small school, I think.
One that everyone's worried about.
Tulsa. I think it's out of Tulsa.
I am blanking on it. Just saw him. Also because I have defensive backs. And Kenny Mitchell, right?
Is it Mitchell?
Either
Toledo.
Mitchell or Arnold.
Kenyon Mitchell.
Yes, Kenyon Mitchell.
Huh?
Yeah. Kenyon Mitchell. That's what it is. I'm looking at it right now.
I knew it was a small school. That's all I got to say.
Kenyon Mitchell is the one that so the Eagles get him. The Broncos trade back, and then they grab Bo Nix at 22. Then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bo Nix, because I don't even know at this point if Phoenix can be available at 12.
It looks like he won't be. That's why I've been saying that because I think he has.
At least you can trade back. You'll have 5 years of control for Bo Nix.
And you're picking up a second-round pick next year.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it makes sense, especially because no one wants to play in Denver because no one wants to play under Sean Payton right now. So why not get all the draft picks when they don't have a choice? Oh, man. Okay, so that's what we get. And then does Minnesota trade up to get J.J. McCarthy? Do they go 3, 4, 5?
I think they trade with the Chargers.
See, they go 5. Okay.
They go 5. Because I don't think the Cardinals end up trading back. I think they just take Marvin Harrison Jr.
Man, I don't know, man. If you
unless they're trading with the Patriots.
So if the Vikings trade to 3, I say the Cardinals still trade back to 5. Because if they trading to 4, whoever's taking 4 could definitely go another quarterback. Then you just have to get to the 5th pick, which the Chargers could go Joe Alt still. And you still end up with your wide receiver.
But I think if the Vikings trade with the Patriots and they go JJ, the Giants don't have to trade anymore because Drake May falls to them.
They have to trade because I think someone else could trade with the Cardinals or or Chargers.
Oh, okay, unless it's the Chargers. But the Cardinals are going to drop far back. The Chargers aren't going to trade with the Raiders or the Broncos, and the Vikings already traded up.
Depending on what they'll give them. I think the Raiders could get them. But the Raiders only want it if it's Jaden Daniels. They've already said they're willing to give 3 first-rounders for Jaden Daniels. But that's the only one they want, 3 first-round picks.
They weren't so far down. I would be like, let's do it.
Like they'll give you 3. They said no question. They will give 3 first-rounders. And you wait to draft day, you might be able to get a 4th one.
You do 4 and then take 2 of them to trade back up.
Well, Antonio Pierce coached Jaden Daniels. So they already have that match together.
Well, no, Antonio Pierce didn't really coach him.
Was he on the staff?
He was on the staff, but he was doing defense stuff. He was the linebacker coach.
That's enough. It was his coach. You're correct. But they have a good relationship together already, too. And he said he loves him. So I love him. I've never had a coach anything like him. I'll do it, I would love that for that to happen. But he also said it probably won't happen. Because who's going to be able to trade up that high? There's no way. But with all that being said, so is it the top 5? Is it possible top 5 only 1 wide receiver goes? One wide receiver and no tackle?
I think it depends on the Falcons. Because if one of those receivers is sitting, if Neighbors or Donze is sitting there, no, maybe not Donze, but Neighbors is sitting there in the Falcons.
You don't think the Falcons want Dallas Turner? Every mock draft has Dallas Turner going there.
Well, I understand that, but most mock drafts have Neighbors and what's his name ahead of them, though.
The ones I've seen, so Odunze always falls. And,
no, I'm talking about Neighbors and Marvin Harrison.
But see, if Joe Alt goes early, then you might get 2 tackles in that first 7 picks. Because Tennessee's going offensive tackle no matter what. So if Joe Alt goes somewhere else, that means Fashanu or Joe Alt goes to the Chargers. That'd be Fashano's
I don't
at
know.
7.
Fashanu might fall. There's been like
One of those offensive
tackles.
tackles.
Oh no, there's been like
What,
3 or 4 tackles that I've seen.
what's his name?
Leapfrogging them.
The
Yeah,
other
the kid from
Oregon
Oregon
State guy.
Yeah, they got the kid from Oregon State. And maybe that's the main one, but
it's the only one I've seen right now is Fuaga. And in a lot of places, J.C. Latham is still higher than Fuaga. And I see Fashanu still higher in some places too.
Yeah.
So I guess it's what you want when you do your
Well, that just means to me, that just tells me that the 3 of them are fairly equal.
Yeah.
One person says this guy's better. This person says this guy. Oh, this guy. So I mean, they're interchangeable.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna hit on. You just gotta hope the one you get hits. You know.
I just look at Latham being 6'6", 342 pounds.
Yeah, I like the kid at
540.
6'8", 340.
I mean, Joe Alt is 6'9".
No, Joe Alt is a man.
6'9",
is a
321 or the 540.
Let's be honest with that one. There's a reason why I said I want Joe Alt for the longest time. Okay.
But J.C. Latham is the only one who ran a sub 540.
Yeah.
And he did it at 340 pounds.
Where's he from? J.C. Latham?
Alabama.
Let's say he's the Alabama.
Yeah.
You got the big schools, Alabama. You got Guyton from Oklahoma.
Mims from Georgia.
Mims from Georgia.
8 games, 6'8",
340. Boy.
You just look like how does someone that big move that fast?
Waga from Oregon State. Now you got this one kid out of Arizona who's not projected to go in the first round.
That's because it's so many. Are you talking about Jordan Morgan?
Yeah,
Jordan Morgan. You thought you'd be Morgan in the second round, and he ain't gonna be there.
Oh no, we're gonna get him in this first round now because we're gonna give up our 2 seconds.
Maybe he goes in front of Guyton. You end up with Guyton.
I would prefer to keep the 2 seconds, but I mean, you get a tackle. I guess you get a tackle.
You need it. You need a tackle and a guard. So
you're not wrong. But hey, that's what I'm saying though. Like if you get Guyton and then there's some decent guards that'll be there in a second just because of the talent elsewhere.
I agree. I can see if you get Guyton and Haynes, that would work. Guyton and Haynes would be awesome. And you made your line. And you got all that money that you have.
Yep. And we got a quarterback to go with our running backs and receivers and banged up tight end.
Yeah, no tight end. But, you can figure that out. Come on. You'll figure it out.
Hey, when healthy, he's a decent tight end. Okay.
That's a big
word.
When healthy.
I know.
Listen, we've seen it like 3 times in like all these years.
Not all
like
these 4 games. He had like a big run in Philly.
That's true. But ever since, he's been hurt.
You're not wrong.
But tight end's also a young quarterback's best friend.
Especially a veteran one.
And I love what I saw about Jatavian Sanders.
Now look at CJ. Would he have been half as good if it wasn't for Schultz?
Probably.
Yeah, okay.
He went through more to tank down and been happy for me.
Hey, what do you think of So did you hear about what the Bears did? With Caleb
which
Williams?
one? No. Oh, you talk about dinner? Because I knew about dinner.
Yeah. Usually they're like, oh, the upper brass and the coaches, we're going to take you out to dinner. Well, since they already pretty much knew you're going Caleb Williams instead of them, they were like, let's send the team leaders out and see what they think.
Yeah.
So you had, Cole Kmet,
DJ Moore,
Montez Sweat, and I think another defensive guy.
Yeah.
I don't know what they thought of him.
Jalen.
But...
So there were actual interviews that have come up Sweat says I think he'll be a good guy. I like him as long as he comes in humble and understand he's a rookie. Which
There you go.
Caleb Williams and humble don't really mix, so I don't know how that works. Same thing DJ Moore said too. He needs to come in, realize that he is not, he's not this guy.
Said, "Oh wow, he put on his analyst glasses for this show."
Exactly. So I got to see what I'm talking about this time. Cade Stover is a 4th round pick. We'll see.
Lord, he's already projected him as 4.26 games.
I mean, quarter of the season, yeah, of course. He's always going to miss quarter of the season. Come on, we knew that was coming.
Lord. That's funny. No, he's not analyst glasses. He's just trying to copy me.
Exactly. I feel like when we're
cool.
next to each other, you can't tell who's who. You never know, guys.
You would never know.
Just like me, when I'm on with Tank, you never know which one. Yeah?
Right?
Who's saying what? No one knows.
He's
I'm a copier.
There you
go. That's me, guys. That's fun. Where do you think this draft stops? Like the talent in this draft, where do you think it stops?
Well, I think once you get towards the end of the 4th, the beginning of the 5th, the talent drops off significantly.
Yeah.
You're literally just fighting people to fill rosters at that point. Not like other drafts where you still could possibly get starters, people who are coming in and they have talent and they're raw. No.
You're basically getting undrafted free agents from 5, 6, and 7.
Mm-hmm.
You're just drafting them out at the team right now. So right about 5th, I think it just goes like this and just cliff. And now
it's hard to call it a mid draft because those first 3 rounds are pretty stacked.
I think he's saying mid draft is when
it cuts off.
Cuts off right in the middle of the draft. It's going along fine and done.
Says Reggie, one of my faves. So that's right. He got his Heisman back.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk about next. I cannot wait.
Reinstated.
So Dan Campbell said, if you get one of these top players in the top 15, you're going to get a heck of a player. After that, there's a good run. There's a potential starters. And after that, most of these guys won't make a team.
Maybe this year if you're on a team that just needs bodies, but as they get other people in, you're going to start seeing them disappear.
I think that these guys are going to be good, decent in the top 4 rounds. After that, it's over.
I can see that.
All right, Bardo says, Lions overpay St. Brown? No? What do you think?
No. I don't think they did.
I would feel more comfortable if St. Brown were earning $28 million. That wasn't going to happen. You have to pay the guy. He's next in line. The price tag is going to continue to rise. So, though I think, he's probably only worth $26 to $28 million, you weren't going to get him at that. No matter what, you're going to pay $30 million. So it is what it is. That's just what the market bears. So.
Nope, they got there early.
They got it in early, and now they're
gonna. That's what he's basically saying. Exactly. It kind of seems, but at the same time, they got theirs done. Now, any receiver after that, like T. Higgins, obviously Justin Jefferson's the prime example, but
AJ Brown, all these guys are going to get.
When Justin Jefferson gets $39 million a season, you'll be like, oh, they didn't overpay for Amon-Ra St. Brown at all.
It's funny because most GMs think, okay, I'm saving money by waiting.
Oh, there you go. Ayuk. That was the other
AJ,
one.
T,
Ayuk. I was trying to remember.
Everyone's saying don't worry about that. We can worry about paying him later. Well, every year that you wait, the more money you're wasting. You can pay someone 26 now, pay them 26 now. You can pay them 30 now, pay them 30 now. Because in 2 years, that 30 will turn to 40.
Right.
You save yourself money. Salary cap is going up. It'll hurt you less and less every year. But they're still not paying that quarterback. That's surprising to me. You pay your tackle, Pay your wide receiver, pay your running backs, pay everybody else. Pay your defense, but not your quarterback. I don't know, man. And does Detroit trade out of the first round? Everyone's saying that's the easiest pick to come up and get a 5th year for a quarterback, even though there might not be the quarterbacks left.
That's true. All 5 of them might be gone in the first.
And what does that mean? What does that do?
All 6 of them. Sorry, 6, right?
Yeah, there's 6 of them with Bo Nix.
Well, then 7th would be Spencer, but he'll probably go in the 3rd.
Hey, Spencer Rattler is the same guy that made Caleb Williams transfer, huh? Did you hear it? Caleb Williams on the pivot? So on the pivot, he talked about how disappointed he was that he didn't start his freshman year. And he was mad because he was at Oklahoma not starting. And he went to Lincoln Riley. Lincoln Riley's like, whatever. Well, what do you think is going to happen? Just, do your work and you'll get better. And he's like, he ain't really tell me nothing. I'm still like, man, I'm better than this dude. What did I have to do to beat this dude? What did I have to do? And then Ryan Clark asked him, was like, so you don't realize your part in this? You went to a place where Spencer Rattler has been thought to be a 1st or 2nd round draft pick since he was in high school. You're mad because you didn't walk in and take it from a 1st round draft pick? Do you not see how ludicrous that is?
And now he's like a 4th round draft pick. And he's the number 1 overall. So how ludicrous was it?
As a freshman? And I think Spencer Rattler goes definitely at the lowest, he goes to 2nd.
But then Lincoln Riley goes to USC, and who followed? Caleb Williams.
Yeah, because he knew he wasn't going to get Spencer Rattler to come. And you get the younger
Spencer Rattler went to SC, so it's not like he went anywhere great.
Yeah, he went to South Carolina because they paid him the most money. That's the truth. They paid him the most money. And Spencer Rattler, as right now, is number 7. People are falling in love with him. They said the arm talent is amazing. So I see Spencer Rattler going to the Rams.
I can see that.
Yeah, and I'm talking about like pick 11 of the 2nd round. Spencer Rattler is off the board, and then you're already in the Michael Pratt and the Jordan Travis area. By 11 pick in the 2nd round, you're already there. So that's crazy. But yeah, Bardo in here. I agree with this because I think this is important. Fantasy is going to be all over the place next year. Who knows what the F is going to happen?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Like, I'm thinking about our draft, man. Like, I have no idea past the 1st round what the hell you're going to be able to do.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. So Spencer wasn't going to follow because he already transferred out. So he had already left. So there's nothing he could have done. I think it's also good to go with the younger guy. But I wonder if Caleb's arrogance does hurt him. I think that's my worry. That's been my worry with him. Is he too arrogant to be able to get the stuff that he wants? Maybe his team doesn't follow him because of those things.
Maybe.
That's it. Bardo say, I'm clueless to who I'm going to draft. It depends on need, though, right? Because
it is need.
It's a very
top. I have an idea, but also it depends on where certain people go.
But it's a top-heavy draft. So if you need running back, do you select a running back early?
No.
Like you're in need for this running back.
I'm in need of a running back, but I ain't taking one in the 1st round.
No, I'm not talking about first. I'm talking about 2nd. Say if you have a late 2nd, do you go running back?
Oh, 2nd? Absolutely.
Even though these are 4th and 5th round running backs, you still go ahead.
I wouldn't be shocked if like the 3rd round comes around and Blake Corum gets drafted by the Chargers.
I'm surprised if we had 5 running backs in the 3rd round. I think we get 2 in the 2nd, 5 in the 3rd, 5 in the 4th. because you might that's a good time to just take a flyer on somebody.
I know Harbaugh really wants to bring in Blake Corum, which is weird because he just brought in they'll just get hurt, so I guess they could use Blake Corum.
Exactly. Just wait.
Yeah, I forgot who they had for a second.
Brady says right here.
LTUs. When you told me it's like Prince played QB.
Like if Prince played Computer Blue, and then he's wearing a blouse. Like, I know where you got that shirt, man. You know where it is.
It's Prince. The Vikings should draft him.
Because he could bathe himself in the lakes of Minnetonka.
Yeah. No, Packers need him. They're used to diva QBs.
Man. He wants to be Aaron Rodgers, so it kind of makes sense, right?
So.
First projected running back is Brooks to New York at 47, Benson at 56. Those are two I think are in the second round.
Now, is that Giants in Dallas? I think it's funny that they all need running backs.
Yeah. Well, you heard that Ezekiel Elliott is talking to Dallas right now. The representatives are with him.
His representatives are talking to Dallas.
Yeah. But like as we speak, they're talking.
Yeah. I know my sister was like, well, why would Dallas want him? He sucks. I was like, still be better than anything else they got on the team.
Exactly. And you can put him in, give him the ball in the red zone.
Right.
And he's gonna Are y'all gonna do that playoff prediction thing preseason again?
Martin might do
it. You know Martin's gonna do it.
Yeah, Martin's gonna do it for sure. I work during the day now, so and I know Brian works a lot of days. All the time.
I'm on here all the time, so I don't know.
Some help from that O-line.
100% right. 100%. They really need a left tackle. They need a left guard. They're decent at center, decent at right guard. I think if they get those two positions, they'll be okay.
So, are you sad
that they won't pick up the 5th-year option? No.
You shouldn't be, because I guess they are planning on offering him an extension.
Yeah, that's
just we're going near $25 million. So that's why they said we ain't picking that up.
But I also think that if he has even a decent year, the $25 million could have been a bargain.
Could have.
All he has to do is have a decent year. If Justin Fields gets in there,
you say that, but this is what I'm thinking is going to happen. I don't think they really let Justin play this year. I think it's going to be Russell Wilson's show. They're going to let him walk, and then they'll be like, all right, we'll give you 3 years, $20 million.
Yeah. 3 years,
and
$20 million.
He'll sign it, and he'll sign it because he knows he'll be the starter. He already knows the system because he's been there for a year. And then hopefully he proves himself in those 3 years.
I say that
maybe with an option to get a raise in the 3rd year or something.
I say they only get a left guard during this draft. They don't get the tackle. Russell Wilson gets hurt week 7. Justin Fields comes in week 8. He wins a lot of games. And because he doesn't, the way their offense works, he can be the same player he is and still win a lot of games. But if he learned anything from Russell Wilson, he can do even better. If he does a good job, they can't afford him. Because then there's a bidding war for Justin Fields, but Justin Fields gets $29-30 million a year. Signs a 3-year, $90 million contract, something like that. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's someone like Dallas that does it. That's when Martin said that.
Yes, Martin.
That's when Martin said that. I thought that I was like, I can see that because Jerry Jones doesn't want to pay Dak that money, but Justin Fields if he has that talent, he's 26 years old, he's younger, and you can pay him at a lower price and still keep your main guys. Hey, I'm just saying.
So that's next year's Dallas Cowboys. Justin Fields,
Bill Belichick. CD stays. Hopefully, get a running back. I mean, I'm sure you're not hoping for it, but
I'm all for Justin Fields going to the Cowboys. What are you talking about?
Okay.
They have no offensive line by then. That dude's gonna be on the ground like just as much as he was in Chicago.
But if you get him for free, they could draft offensive line. I think they go offensive tackle the first round here. I think they go offensive tackle. I think they go center sometime in the third round.
Hey, I don't think Jerry Jones should be running a football franchise anymore.
I agree.
Did you hear about what he just said?
No.
He said that they were drafting 24th because they were the 24th best team in the NFL last year. I was like, that's not how that works, Jerry. And you should know how good you were last year. You made the playoffs. I was like, I have no words.
No, I mean, I guess you're the 24th worst playoff team. You could say that.
I was like, oh, buddy.
If he didn't mean the 24th best, he's the 24th worst. Technically, that is true. That'll be the 24th worst.
I'm his son. I'm like, Dad, you need to go have a seat.
Take your medicine.
Take over now.
Take your medicine and it'll be okay.
Go reminisce about the glory holes.
Oh, I wasn't ready. Okay.
Well, you heard that one, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, I heard that one.
Over there talking about glory holes. Like, what are you talking about, Jerry Jones? What do you do over there?
And right in the glory hole. So, what do you feel about this Reggie Bush thing? Him getting his Heisman back.
Well, I think they should have done it as soon as they allowed NL deals. We're like, he was just ahead of his time. Getting money from car dealerships, okay?
I think they should never get taken away from him because the only thing that he did was he got caught.
Yeah,
everybody was doing it.
Yeah, everybody else didn't do it. Yeah.
Since I was playing, I mean, since 2005, 2004, I saw people getting money and driving new cars. And
he was a 2005 Heisman winner, so
come on, like. There's no way that he's the only one that got caught. There's no way that they should have taken it away. And that's why everyone was boycotting the Heisman stuff. And Johnny Manziel brought light to it. Him saying what he said on Club Shay Shay. I thought that was interesting. And now they knew they needed to give it back, especially at the NIL deals that are going out of control.
Oh, yeah. Johnny was talking about how much money he was giving car dealerships left and right.
Was saying Cam Newton was talking about how much money. He was like, man, I was making it was a business then. How much money can you give me? My dad had $80,000. That's all you knew. This is not a new development. Boosters have been around for forever. It's ridiculous that anyone thinks this is new.
There was this dude. So I don't know if you know Bussin' with the Boys.
Bussin' with the Boys. Yeah. Yeah,
they had some guy from Nebraska because they were at Nebraska, and I think he was an offensive lineman, and he was someone who went into the transfer portal, and then he ended up going to Nebraska. But they asked him like, "Hey, what other teams were trying to get you when you're in the transfer portal?" And he goes, "Oh, he's like, I went and checked out USC." He goes, "They took me to the top of this penthouse, and they're like, this could be yours, $400,000 a year. You want to come play for USC?" And they were like, 400,000? He said, yeah. And they're like, and you turned that down? And he goes, oh, he said it was a lot of money. He said it looked like it'd be fun, but he wanted to concentrate on football. And if he went to USC, he would not be concentrating on football.
Yeah, exactly.
So there were too many distractions.
And there's exactly the reason why I'm still worried about Caleb. You know,
and then just they're offering an offensive lineman $400,000.
I mean, how much do you think these offensive linemen are making in NIL deals?
Crazy.
Your top offensive linemen are making $250,000. And now you're talking about cost of living in LA. That's 100% believe that.
But like free penthouse suite and making that much
car
money.
Do you drive, and we'll give you some drive around money.
Understanding right now.
Alexa, stop.
I'll try a little later.
I think
that's exactly deal with this Lexi.
That's because she's listening to you, trying to get any information. All right.
I can't wait to take over a school in college football 2025 and offer people millions of dollars to come play for me.
Kyle says 3 years, $20 million. BS, he might take it. He won't take 3 years for $20 million a year. I mean, $20 million, period. He wouldn't take it.
Yeah.
Backup quarterbacks make $13 million a year.
So he's better than a backup quarterback.
Yes, but so it's $20 million per year, not 3-year, $20 million contract is what I'm trying to tell LL.
Oh, yeah. It was 3 years, $20 million a season.
3 years,
not 20
$60 million contract is what he's trying to say.
$60 million total. Yeah. No, yeah. Definitely not $20 million for the total.
I was like, yeah, there's
that's light. Yeah, that's light.
Dallas is a no, they got Trey. Yeah, okay. That's
yeah,
I
don't think that matters. Yeah, I don't think that matters. I
think
it's safe to say Trey Lance might be a bust.
Yeah. Hey, only we knew.
Throwing it out there. Imagine how great the 49ers could have been if they just known Brock Purdy would pan out and they could have taken a position player with their pick.
I think if the 49ers had Justin Fields' career would have been better. I think everyone involved would have had a better time. And we'll be talking about, wow, he's one of the top, 10 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
If he had Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah. Wrong.
And instead of the Baldy Mahomes over there, I don't understand how they got Trey Lance. So I was like, how, bro? It kind of looks like him if you squint real hard. Like, no, what are you doing? What is going on here? That might be a punk. It's like, this is what you chose. I mean, every quarterback from that draft is either traded or Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence. He's dealing with the number 11 or 12 pick, 14 pick.
The fifth overall quarterback.
He's a version of Patrick Mahomes.
I was gonna say for people that shop at Walmart, the great value Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, I saw a funny meme today. Apparently, there was a video that came out of Mac Jones practicing no-look passes. And then someone captioned it. Someone goes, hey, I think you need more practice on look passes, my guy. Stop practicing that no-look pass.
I think Belichick should ruin Mac Jones by not giving him an offensive coordinator. Give him 2 defensive coordinators trying to be an offensive coordinator. I think that ruined Mac Jones.
Right, he had such potential after his first year, and then you brought in Matt.
Can you imagine him being Kyle Shanahan? What would have happened?
Oh, another player, if they had just taken Mac Jones and that's something they said, that was who they were high on, and for some reason they just fell in love with the potential of Trey Lance.
Who didn't even play in college?
Their higher ups were like, man, if we had taken Mac Jones, we probably would have won a Super Bowl or two.
He didn't even play in college. I don't understand why.
Yeah, what did he have? Like 9 total games between high school and college?
And then like his college season was all during like the pandemic year.
And he was at North Dakota State, so they were just like, no football.
And they did it in spring.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't understand. And then he got drafted. Like, you guys are crazy that
I'm
you're
just
wrong.
Drafted 3 overall. Like, not just drafted, but
that's unbelievable.
That's the same thing with Zach Wilson. That dude that guy rose through the ranks too.
Because people were stupid. I heard the higher ups wanted Trey Lance and I want him back. Yeah, that's exactly what I heard too.
Yep. Kyle wanted Mac.
It's sick they don't get any deal or salary, but they make hookah off the kids. Some won't even go to the league to make money, yet colleges make more money than most of them. So that's our argument when I was in school. So you're making there'll be jerseys with your number on the back of it and you get none of it. Think about it. Why NCAA football went away. Because Ed O'Bannon
because all the people who sued him.
Yeah. So it was like, you can't use his name, image, and likeness and get nothing. In the school,
they were using the name, but people were basically saying like, "Hey, you're basing that guy's rating and slight appearance off of me."
No, they actually come in. They take a 360 picture of you, so they try to make the player look like you. So they are using your image, all your stuff, which is your likeness, like your stats and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, come on, man. That's ridiculous. And give them nothing. And they made millions upon millions on that game. And they didn't give the players nothing. So,
hey, you know what? They got something this year. You ready? $600.
let's go. $600. I'm in.
But to be fair, how many NFL football players or NCAA football players are there?
But you know, I think so. Like from what I'm hearing, from most teams, most starters are making at least $30,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
Most starters plus your scholarship and all that stuff.
And a lot of people were asked, like, you were only getting 600, but you said yes. And some of them were like, oh, yeah, just because I think it's cool to be in a video game. But a lot of people were like, yeah, it helps grow awareness of me, helps grow my brand. Like, if my name is in this NCAA football game, by the time I go to the track, people will know who I am.
That's smart. That's a smart move.
So it's like, yeah, it's only $600, but
how much money is it really paying for you to get your name out there?
Yeah. Big Jacks.
Yeah, Jackson Power Johnson has a burger named after him called the Big Jacks.
Heck yeah.
I love Jackson Power Johnson. I've been saying this for months now. Like, I love this guy. Well, I saw him in the Senior Bowl, like, literally destroy everybody they put in front of him. And to the point that they put him to the sideline and say, hey, go sit down. Why? Because you're making everyone else.
I want to get this guy. I wish there's a way to get this guy in a tackle.
I think he might be more important, especially in front of a young quarterback. I think Jackson Power Johnson is more important.
I don't need a center, but we can throw him at guard.
No, you got to put him at center. He has the best snaps too. Put your current center at guard. you move him out the way. Like, all right.
We just brought him in from the Cowboys. So.
That's not happening. But I'm just saying, Jackson Power Johnson is going to be special.
No, I do like Jackson Power Johnson.
That's why I thought the Eagles would stay where they were going to stay and go ahead draft, even though they have their center in waiting. He's special. He's special. As long as he doesn't get hurt, he's really special.
I like him more than I even like the one guy from last year, and I really like that guy.
Me too.
And then the Giants got him and ruined him.
Yep, that's fine. I think he'll be better. I think he'll be better next year with more talent around him. I think sometimes you need talent around you just to remember, because even your quarterback sucks. Like, come on.
Yeah.
All right. You got anything else for us, Mark?
No, I think that's it. Just, less than 24 hours, the Bears will be on the clock officially.
And I will be right here. Hopefully Mark will be right here. We can get some other people right here and just at least watch the first 10 picks with you guys and talk about all this stuff.
I might try to set up something like in our living room, because I know Braden said he wanted to be on it too.
That's perfect.
So me and set something up where me and Braden are like on the edge of the couch, and I think the rest of the family will be there.
And you hear screaming and the popcorn flying. Yeah.
We do like at least the first 10 picks or so, maybe more. We'll see how it goes.
Or Braden walks off in disgust because he just traded down. He's like, I can't believe we had it.
Not just traded down, but like didn't even get any of the receivers.
Exactly. Oh man,
you better get a haul then. If you're missing out on those receivers, you better get a haul. That's all I can say.
I can see it happening. I really can. But all right, guys. Thanks everyone for watching. Thank Marks for coming in. Glad this is probably our last one for just me and him. I close at my house on Friday, so I'm gonna need a couple of days, and hopefully Martin will be back. So that'll be very helpful. And in 2 weeks, I'll probably be on just like I am every other day, or every day. So we'll see that. And the one person I can always depend on is Mark, so I appreciate that too, man.
Yeah, no problem. It's been fun.
It has been. And at least we've been talking about all of our teams and how we could focus on regular football and fantasy and get back into the idea of dynasty.
Tomorrow we'll conclude the
Chicago Bears Commanders show. I think that's what I'm going to call tomorrow. Bears Commanders show Thursday night edition. There we go. All right, guys. So we'll see you tomorrow during the draft. Be ready. Have your jerseys ready. Have your popcorn ready, because we're going to see.
Whoa!
It should be fun. Yes, Martin. The man, the myth, the legend.
In the comments. What is up, Martin? Welcome back.
Glad you back, man.
Yeah,
Hope to see you. Maybe if we see you tomorrow. I know you might sometimes need some time, but if we do get a glimpse,
I think he's going out with a bunch of people.
He said Kadani said he was going to be able.
With Kadani and then some people from the league.
So that makes sense.
The hobby, I think, is what he said. Or maybe Sunday. Sunday, if you're up to it.
Drink hobby. I mean, drink
hobby.
Make him drunk.
Get him drunk before the draft. That's what you got to do.
Oh, yeah.
Get hobby drunk before the draft.
Give him like a good
margarita. I'm at our draft, so he messes up his first pick.
Exactly. Oh, man, that's awesome.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, good
job. Awesome. I'm glad Martin jumped in here. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. I think we're going to start at, 7:30? Was it say 8 o'clock the draft?
Yeah, I think so.
So we'll have it starting at 7:30 and we'll go from there. So,
all right, sounds good.
All right, guys. See you later.
Later.
Getting hyped when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm with it till they digging up my grave, eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up in the place. I was born and when I watched me elevate. When I watch me elevate.